that I had given her
You
an
know what?
extra key.
I wish that when I went out, they played more throwback songs like that.
You know what? I was getting there. That's kind of why I played that
Imagine
song.
sitting in
Who am I?
imagine sitting at a bar and that song just comes on. I'm singing. I'm singing to the top of my lungs.
I wanted to play Girls Them Sugar, but because we're in a time crunch, I couldn't find it, and I knew I had that. I bought that song. I'm like, I wanted to play Girls Them Sugar.
They always do an old school set.
Man,
Always. But you rarely hear It Wasn't Me. Like, that would be a good one. That would be a good one to play.
I'm not even going to introduce the podcast before I get to this point that I want to make later on. I want to take a trip to New York. And the reason why I want to go back to New York is because when I conceived Blake, I was knee deep in that thing when I was in Blake. I feel like the spirit of New York made me like really fulfill her with that shit, So when we was in New York, I was able to one shot, one kill, presenting Blake. And I want to go back to restore the feeling.
What?
If 5 foreign drop, I think it's time for us to go back to New York. And
I would love to go back to New York. That's where you trying to go, because I'm trying to go ASAP.
I'm trying to go ASAP too. It depends on if I get the other job. Oh, I spelled it like people don't know what I just said. Anyway.
Anyways, but
back to the subject
fun.
at hand. I want to go to New York. I want to see my sister first of all. Yeah, I know I'm a little tired. I want to see my sister first of all. Then I want to go see my homeboy Jeff in New Jersey. I want to just pop up on him and sign up for one of his classes because he does boxing. I just want to sign up like under an anonymous
that would be
thing.
such an exciting trip.
And then just surprise my homie like,
not because of that,
bro,
though.
what's good? You feel me? And then like we box a little bit. I take the class and then because my homeboy.
And then while you're doing that, I could find me a classical Pilates studio because classical Pilates is very big in New York. That would be a great trip.
It's always about
when you
her.
trying to do that?
It's always about
you
her.
trying to do that soon?
It's really been on my mind. Like
is
I ain't
it really?
Hell yeah! Because
you get on Southwest TV flights
too
talking
much
about
paparazzi. As long as Terry Rozier keeps up the good work, we will be able to go to New York. And if next week, we might be able
going to
go.
Mississippi.
We may be able to go tomorrow. Thanks you to Scary Terry. And if you know, you know. Give it up one time. Give it up one time.
What is happening?
I'm tired, man. But anyway, welcome back to She and I. Did I mess that up? I am your host, B-Love. And like always, I have my very special host with me.
India Marie.
Ooh, India Marie and B-Love, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us and we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday. Now, give it up for yourself one time. Yeah, I know what the problem is. Tell them about you, do your thing real fast while I adjust.
Let's see. Not much shaking this week. I
Not
did
what
go
want you to
out.
do.
What? I thought you was going to ask me
If
how my
you
week
haven't
was.
already, and if you listen to the podcast, go to YouTube right now.
No.
We
that
had
was
a
not
whole
a good transition. That was not a good transition. The usual flow is that you introduce the podcast and I say how the week is going. So
talk about it. Go ahead.
I guess I'll interrupt. Pause right here. Go to YouTube. Hit subscribe. The more you subscribe, the easier it is for people to find us.
I told her.
Drop a review on Apple Music. I said Apple Music. Good Lord, I'm sleepy too. Y'all, it really is late when we sit here trying to do this podcast.
It's late. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's late. But tell them what you did this week.
On Apple Podcasts.
Or wherever you listen to podcasts. Whatever DSP you choose. Make sure you hit the follow button. Now, back to the regular scheduled program.
So, a couple of things happened this week. Blake had his first T-ball game. That was super cute. Or last week, Blake had his first T-ball game. And, everything is a learning curve, My boy didn't feel like eating his afternoon snacks. And the T-ball game then starts at 6:30 p.m.
That's a fact.
6:30 p.m. for a 4-year-old. So as soon as we get to the field, he's crying because he's hungry. And now it's time for them to go warm up. Beard is a coach. And so Bear is trying to be hard on him, like, come on, you gotta get used to this. And so I'm like, nah, he ain't finna be out here crying. So what kind of snacks you want? So I go to concession
There's no
stands.
crying in baseball.
I go to the concession stands. I buy 2 things. I bought my boy some chocolate Teddy Grahams and some Cheetos. And I just knew he was gonna want the Cheetos. Well, he didn't. I don't like Cheetos. I like Doritos, and so I don't think they had Doritos. But me purchasing Cheetos instead of Doritos caused him to be like 10 times more hysterical than what he already was.
See, she missed the
now
vibes.
I'm like, I'm frantic. And then so one of the other parents come over and they're like, "Would you like some Cheez-Its? I got a bag of Cheez-Its," and he yells, "No, I don't like Cheez-Its." And so the parent, you know how you just like gradually back away, like not trying to poke the bear. She just gradually took a step back
and dip.
And so then Bear was like, "Come on, Blake, let's go to the field and start warming up." So they get to the field and they're doing like a little lap around the field. Blake is the very last one because he's crying because
he had
he's
to melt
hungry.
down.
So then he comes back. I give him the Teddy Grahams. So now he's on the field warming up with a handful of chocolate Teddy Grahams.
And if you know, you know. When you're around 4-year-olds, if one has Teddy Grahams, everybody needs to have Teddy Grahams. Missed all the coaching up. Like the head coach couldn't get it together. The assistant coaches, including myself, couldn't get it together. We have two ladies as assistant coaches, and I'm glad because they are able to kind of, work with emotions better. So I will say that. Will say that.
So then I go. So our niece has been in town. She went back. She was on spring break. And it's so funny because how she even ended up here, it was the cutest thing because it literally reminded me of me and my cousins when we were younger. So last Monday, Blake was on FaceTime with his cousin. I kid you not, that morning they were on FaceTime for almost an hour. And I'm like, what could they possibly be talking about? Blake is 4, Elise is 9. So then all of a sudden,
it's not that much talking in the word. I don't even like talking on the phone like that.
Blake comes running in there. Can Elise come? Can she come stay with us? She's on spring break. And so I was like, he asked her mama. I was like, it's not that big of a deal to me, but how's she gonna get here? Because I'm not driving to Atlanta. They come back 10 minutes later. Elise is coming tomorrow. Auntie Alexis is gonna go get her. So I said, all right. So Elise came. And so she got here late. Really, she got here like right before the baseball game. So she ended up at the baseball game with us, or the T-ball game. And so I was like, are you hungry? Of course. 9-year-olds are always hungry. Like, she eats like a grown man. So I was like, okay, let me go get you something. I go get her a hot dog. I give her Blake's Cheetos that he doesn't want. And then I order some fries for me because I'm hungry. So Blake, it's time for him to get up and back. And I'm sitting right by the dugout. And I can see him. He's standing right in front of me. And he sees me eating these fries. Yo, do y'all know I had to feed that man fries through the gate?
She did everything so poorly at that game. I don't
think it was poorly at all.
Should have been hiding, man. You can't let the kid, he's already first T-ball game, excited, late,
but the
playground, kids, food, mom. It was just too much.
How good is your performance going to be?
Too much.
How good is your performance going to be if you're out there trying to play on the empty stomach?
Shit, good.
No, it's not.
You gonna try to hurry up and hit a home run and get back to the dugout.
That ain't never worked for nobody.
Sunflower seeds.
I've never done a game hungry.
What game have you ever played?
I was a cheerleader.
Okay.
Even like in middle school, I would leave school, walk to Dixie Queen, get me a burger and some fries, and walk back to school.
Okay.
Like I ain't doing nothing on an empty stomach. I like to eat too. So I gave him fries to the gate. There
it is, gate fries. So what else? What else happened after that? Progress the week.
Elise been here. They've been tearing up the house. It's been fun. This weekend, we celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday to Shanna.
What's up, Shanna?
I think her birthday is actually on Thursday. But so we're 2 days early. Shanna Rose, happy 30th birthday.
Big 30. You old, not grandma.
So I went out
older than me
on Saturday. And I was just looking around. Nashville has some really dope spots to go out in
Hell
now.
yeah.
Like you just kind of got to know where to
Gotta
go.
fall up in them.
And so we ended up at Electric Jane, and the vibe in there is really cool. Like it is a super nice vibe, and they have live bands playing, and apparently they never let you know who is playing. You just fall up in there and get what you get.
Listen, y'all might see me on the mic doing that one wish one day. Come to Electric Jane. I'm going to fill out the application, and I'm going to try to get up there and sing One Wish for y'all. Now, if I get the band together and then start to sing One Wish, y'all better come out.
What do you call like Justin Timberlake, Robin Thicke? You say what do you say they sing? Blue Eye Soul?
Pop. Yeah, Blue Eyed Soul.
So yeah, there was the guy at Electric
Justin
Jane
Timberlake
on
is
Saturday
more
night.
pop, my guy.
Was kind of giving like Blue Eye Soul vibes. And so he was nice. He hit us with some Neo records, some Mario. Yeah, it was nice. So it was in there, you know, jamming. The food was actually, what we ordered was pretty good. Brussels sprouts, top tier.
Nah.
That's my review of Electric Jane. Go there, order the Brussels sprouts.
If you ain't got
also
no
have good
apples in your
drinks.
Brussels sprouts, they ain't good.
They didn't have no
apples.
apples in there, but they
Oh,
were
God
so
bless.
good. Everybody agreed that the Brussels sprouts were the best thing on the table.
If you don't have apples in your Brussels sprouts, you're lacking. It's something, it takes Brussels sprouts from a 9, which Electric Jane, I ain't never had them, so I ain't gonna hate on them. They probably were at a 9. Add Brussels sprouts.
We're
You
gonna
will
go
get a
back.
10.
We're gonna go back on a date night because I feel like he would enjoy that place as well. So we're gonna do date night at Electric Jane.
I was outside, man. Y'all saw me. Y'all know the vibes. My homeboy ZP came in town. That's why my voice is not where it needs to be. My voice is gone. I'm trying to hold it together, but my voice is gone. I don't care how long I go out or when I go out, the weather. I'm going to talk loud when I go out. Then I'm going to come back the next day, not realizing how loud I was talking, and my voice is going to be gone. What's wrong with me?
I don't know, but I will say that this past week you got a lot of praise in my DMs, and that doesn't happen often.
What I do? Whoa. Whoa. So what do y'all be saying
Because the
about
ladies
me,
be
man?
side-eyeing you anyways, but you did get a lot of praise.
What do I do to the ladies? LLBL.
Y'all know I do Pilates.
Ladies
and
love.
I've been wanting a reformer. And I found one on Facebook Marketplace that was a part of an auction.
Hold on. Let's just do this real fast. Hit the button. And that's what fellas, listen to this story. I'm putting y'all on game.
So I've been looking for a reformer, a Pilates reformer, a good one. Sorry if y'all don't care about this, but a good one is between like $3,000 to $5,000.
She
And
about to
so
give you the
I just
breakdown.
knew that I was like, I can't pay that. I cannot, will not. Even if I had it, will not. Because like I said, I have access to all the nice equipment I want in the studio. So I just wanted a nice home reformer. I go to Facebook Marketplace randomly last week. I see one. And I didn't realize that it was an auction. So I DM'd the guy and he was like, yeah, the starting price was at $280, but it's well over $280 now. You have to go to the auction and enter your bid. And so the website, I think, is called Macklemore.
Yeah, Macklemore. My black ass called it Macklemore.
Yeah, it's like MCLEM. So Macklemore Auctions. And so people will auction off their whole house, basically. And there's like set dates and times for the auctions. So
Yep.
I go on there. The reformer had like a day left.
Yep.
And it was at like $560. And so Barry was like, well, wait, don't bid on it yet.
She called me super excited. Oh my God, I can't believe I found it.
Yeah, he was like, don't bid on it yet. Wait till it's like 5 minutes before it's about to close. So 10 minutes before the time is about to be up, I text him. And I was like, the prices went up. I kind of didn't want to pay
Yesterday's
over
price is not
$600.
today's price.
And I was like, I'm kind of, well, I think it had gotten close to $700. And so I was like, I'm just not going to worry about it. And so in like the short span of 5 minutes between me texting him this and, you know, me watching the time run out, he has gone on there and started bidding for me on this reformer.
She about to cry.
And so I was
I'm not gonna
super
get it.
excited.
I'm not gonna get it.
I'm super excited because he was like, well, this is just your Mother's Day gift. So I already have my Mother's Day present.
Thank God.
But it is the gift that will keep on giving because I haven't even cleaned my garage out. And this week, I'm already training a friend in my garage. That service won't be open to people that I don't know. But one of my really good friends is coming to do a private lesson with me in my garage. So it's for me to practice. It's for me to get Barry on the machine without him feeling intimidated by Pilates.
Bro, I ain't never intimidated
And I'm
by
going to try
nothing.
to stretch him out. Guys.
Stretch me out like Summer Walker.
You know, Barry is going to be 36.
Whoa, 26. What are you saying?
August.
I'm 26.
And while he's still very young, he's also getting very stiff. So I'm going to try to stretch him out, work on, you know, your mobility and all of that. So I appreciate you, Barry. Find you somebody who will invest in your dreams because this ain't the first time he's invested in something that I've been interested in. And so I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Far too kind. Give myself some of this. It's for me. It's for me, though. Thank you. Hold your applause. Listen, man. First of all, that Pilates machine was for two reasons. One, it's kind of a sideline way to get her to clean out the garage. I've been asking her to clean out the garage for the last year and a half. What do I need to do to get you to clean out the garage? Well, I'm like, well, fuck it. It's about this Pilates machine. Secondly,
the reason why he keeps talking to me about cleaning out the garage is because it's all of my things. It's my event planning things that are in the garage.
My car is in the garage.
Like
we have sides.
I have
one side is her side, one side is my side. My car is in the garage.
Yeah, I got furniture in there, full size rugs, everything that I have used for She Did Her Thing events over the past 2 years. I bought that stuff cash money and it's in my garage.
On her side. My side, I got weights, a car wash, a weed eater. That's it. That's really all I have. But on the other side, man, nothing can fit. We have to make a little pathway. Now, the Pilates machine is there. So anyway, my second reason after that was, like I said, first, clean the garage. Second reason, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Shit, I'm like, hell yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time. So let me go out and buy the Pilates machine. Now,
and it's funny because I was actually going to ask him, Brandon Blackwood had a new spring drop, and I was actually just going to tell him to buy me one of those.
But see, it's crazy to
give me a
like,
Brandon Blackwood for Mother's Day.
This is what I was about to get to.
And I was going to be done. But then, I mean, the Reformer was over double the price of what he would have paid for the Brandon Blackwood.
Let's talk about these.
I don't need anything else.
I'm getting there though. You fast walking me. The third thing was the Pilates machine, right? So within itself, it's gonna help the entire household. She's gonna get to go out there, relieve some stress, and when she comes back in the house, her butt might be a little plump, and I might get the nut on her chest. Give it up for me one time.
Barry.
You didn't expect that one. That was a fastball. Straight right down the middle.
All right.
But I'm just saying, when that butt get to pumping on that Pilates machine, bring it to me. Now, then I think I had a fourth reason, but it just threw me off after you said that. But for all intents and purposes, I'm happy that you got the machine. Now, when I do auctions and stuff like that, I have a problem. I tell people all the time, man, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm not addicted to anything besides Red Bull. And caffeine and bang. You get the picture. So, my biggest thing that I'm addicted to, I think, is winning. I just want to win shit. I didn't know. This is ridiculous. I gamble on FanDuel every day. Even if I bet $1, I will have anxiety if I don't win. Like, I start getting freaked out. I need to get some help.
You do.
I feel like this is becoming a problem. But I'm happy you got a machine, though. The Pilates Reformer. She'll be down there getting it.
You gonna be getting it with me.
Nah, shit. You bought a Pilates machine. I mean, I bought you a Pilates machine. That ain't for me. But now, I did have a question because this came up. But we have a new segment that we're going to get to, but not today. Probably at a later date. You want to tell them about the new segment?
With singles?
Yeah, tell them about the new segment that's coming.
What? Hold on, y'all.
God.
It's a name.
I have the name.
It's a name, but
I'm always over prepared.
I want to say it
When you're
because I
working
have
with
it written
somebody-
down. Shut your mouth, Beard. Don't nobody want to hear that.
And that's where I'm getting to. 'Cause I knew she wasn't gonna know. So I
It's
kinda
going to
teased her.
be questions from our single followers. So every week we want our single listeners to submit a question just to get the answers from a married perspective. And so that will start.
Or you can just ask a question about being single, and then we'll get into it. I have one that I'm gonna queue up in a minute, but go ahead.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we starting it this week or what?
No. This question is from a single person, but it's not from one of our followers. So I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay. So yeah, I think it'll be fun, but y'all actually have to submit the questions in. And it's funny because every time we ask y'all to do something, y'all don't never go do it. But we know y'all watching and y'all listening because we can see the numbers.
And I appreciate it. They going up. I need to get
was
better at social
actually-
media though. And we both need to get better at social media and posting and sharing and all that.
I was out,
I be tired, man.
or when I was out on Saturday, ran into Jay Fields. Shout out to Jay
It's one more
Fields.
field, man.
And he was like, he mentioned something, last week when we talked about the credit card.
Yeah.
He mentioned that when I saw him out. And I
That's a
said, Jay
fact.
Field, I said, you be listening to the podcast. He said, every week.
That's a fact.
So shout out to Jay Fields.
Shout out to Fields, man. I'm gonna wear my shirt on the pod too soon. But I say all that to say this. I do have a question from somebody single. This question is something that we have discussed before, but I did want to bring it back up. It says, my boyfriend has been asking me for my body count. My boyfriend, mostly when we are drinking, keeps asking me my body count. I don't want to know his, but he told me anyway. Mine, from a girl, is significantly higher than his. I don't want him to be judging me when I tell him or if I tell him the number. What should I do in this situation?
I just can't wrap my head around why men be wanting to know the answer to that question. 80% of my friends got quote unquote high body counts. Okay.
But what's
My
a high
friends
body
be
count though?
having
Let's
sex.
keep it real. What's a high body count for a 30-year-old, 30 plus? So between age 30, 35. What's probably a high body count?
Okay, so say for instance, you started having sex when you were 8. This is just scenario.
I'm gonna
Say
get the
for
calculator out.
instance, You don't need a calculator for this.
I bet I
Say
do.
for instance, you first had sex when you were 18. And from 18 up until you were 35,
Okay.
you had sex with a different guy.
How many?
That puts
One a
your
year?
body count, one guy a year.
17?
That puts your body count at 17. You mean to tell me you care about that? You do like what do
34.
you?
If you double it down, 34. If you ain't, listen, y'all out there, so yes, y'all
Like
got
what?
this.
You can't make me. Why are we asking those questions?
And I'm gonna keep it real. It's funny that you say that because 2 weeks ago when we had Rashawn on, and I said out loud that I would engage with a sex worker, with a porn star. Like I would date a porn star. Both of y'all said, you know how many dicks she done had?
So no, that's different.
See what I'm saying?
No. It
How
has
is
nothing
that
to do
different?
because. For one, you're openly dating a porn star. But if you date somebody that's not a porn star, I don't have to ever ask you about your body count.
But what if she's
Like, I don't
known
ever have to ask you that.
in the streets as a porn
That's
star?
the difference. That's the difference.
Huh?
That is the difference. She's known in the the person is known in the streets as
For
a porn star.
promiscuity.
Yeah, so we know that she has had sex with multiple people, and so if you choose to still date the person after that, then that's on you. Whereas if I'm just dating like a normal person that's not a porn star or is not like a sex worker or
Slanging
anything
it
like
hard
that,
rod though. Out there slanging it cane dang.
I don't need to ask you how many girls you had sex with. I'm not asking.
Would that change your perception of him if he told you the body count and if it was significantly quote unquote high?
I don't think it would change my perspective,
He
but
does
I will
everything
say
right, but
that
when he
it
tell you
goes
100
back
people-
to I will say that it goes back to, I don't know. To me, it kind of introduces insecurities in the relationship, because to me, I would think it wouldn't probably be something that I'm constantly thinking about, but in the back of my head, as someone who has had very few sex partners,
Give it up for me.
Because the person is so experienced, I may wonder, like, you know, if you've had sex with somebody that's better than what I'm doing.
Whoa, that's a loaded
something
question.
like that.
All vaginas are not made the same.
They're not. And so for you if you've had sex with 100 people, you are way more experienced than I am. And so that may be a little intimidating.
So for him, so with that same notion, and we all know out there that men have a fragile ego, right? So with that same notion, if I tell you my body count, let's put ourselves in this scenario. They're young too, by the way. Put ourselves in this scenario. You tell me, I tell you, I have a body count of about 12. Mm-hmm. You hit me, well, shit, you're 12, mine 35. Mm-hmm. Now I'm a guy. I'm looking at you like, ugh. I'm looking a little funny at you right now.
If we're in our 30s, you should not be looking at nobody
They're
funny.
right in their 30s. They're like right on the cusp.
I don't think it matters. I'm sorry, I don't think it matters.
But she said she's a guy. She's a girl. She's asking, basically, should she do it from a guy's perspective? I'm going to tell you, nah, man. Just let me tell you why. If you do it, lie. No, don't tell him the truth. He'll never know. Shit, women lie about it anyway. So even if yours is significantly higher than his, minus that thing by at least 20. And then go out and tell him, even if it's like 2. Just lie to him.
I just think the conversation is so unnecessary. Like,
and then put it on him in a different type of way. Lie to him and drop that thing on him. He ain't gonna know where to hit him. That's what you need to do. You don't like that advice?
No.
Fire.
And it also reminds me of
Fire.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Lil Durk. He did the interview about his girlfriend or fiance.
Okay.
And they asked him what was the one, like, what did he like about her? And he said, because she didn't have a high body count.
Shout out to Lil Durk. I'm with you.
And she hadn't been passed around. And I was like,
what's her name?
And I mean, a lot of people, her name is India, right?
See, it's a thing, man. Get you an India. Shout out to B Love and Lil Durk.
But he got a lot of backlash from women because of that, because they were just basically saying, like, what else about her? Like, what is, like, the deep stuff about her that you like about her other than the fact that she doesn't have a high body count? And it's the fact that he more than likely also has a high body count. So it's like, why do you care whether or not she has a high body count?
Though. They asked him, what does he like about his fiance?
Well,
and
listen, if somebody ever asks you what you like about me, a low body count better not ever come out of your mouth.
I'm pretty damn sure it was just tongue in cheek and he was joking, man.
He wasn't. Did you see the interview?
No,
I saw the interview. He wasn't. He was dead ass.
So he really like, not for real. She got a low body count.
Yes.
So I love her to death. That's the only reason, man. We all know that. The way he talk about that girl, the way he talk about her in every song, people don't understand parody. Like, we can't, everything people say on the mic sometimes is taken.
You can't speak on it because you didn't see the interview.
It don't matter.
You can't speak on it. I don't care. And stop taking up for crazy men. Like, what?
How is that crazy?
I'm just saying, if you're in the interview and they're asking you about your significant other
and
the things that you love about them and the things you like most, I do not expect she has a low body count to come out of your mouth. Under any circumstance. I don't.
That's a good point, though. I'm saying, like, this a good trait to have for him. That's what he likes about his woman. She has a low body count. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, on the second hand, on the flip side of that, I will say this. If you and I go on a break and we get back together, and within that break span, I am going to ask you, how many people were you with beside me? I need to know that.
Why?
There's no if and buts or about that.
Why?
Because somebody need to know from me.
Why?
I need to know simply because I want to make sure that the guy or the guys that had your attention didn't live up to the standards that I can provide for you.
No,
Me and
because
my
then
homeboy had this
you're
conversation. Okay.
literally making yourself insecure about something that ain't none of your business.
No.
About something that ain't none of your business.
I
Because if
need
we
to know.
separated, whoever I decide to date or have sex with during the separation, again, it's none of your business. So I don't have to come to you and say that. Unless it's like
need
somebody
to know.
that's in your close circle or somebody that...
Yeah.
Not in your close circle. Somebody that you could possibly be around under any circumstance, then yes, you deserve to know. But other than that, it ain't none of your business.
Everybody, guys gonna be like, nah, guys know they do it. Soon as you probably had somebody do it to you. You broke up with a guy, y'all got back together. When y'all got back together, he said, well, did you have sex with him?
No.
Anybody ever did to you?
No.
But the naivete is on full display today. Guys out there, I've done it before. I'm guilty. I've left me and a young lady.
You also a little shallow, Barrett.
Me and a young lady has broken up. Girls do it too. You break up with each other. You get back together. When y'all get back together, you ask those questions. So you've never asked that before.
Ask what?
Hey, were you with anybody else when you and I were on this break?
No.
I'm perfect, Patty. What are you? You never asked anybody that.
Unless I had gotten wind of who the person was, then the question was, did you date this person by name?
But you never just want to just randomly know, huh?
No, I don't want to know.
Somebody
Unless
out there,
I know the person.
Somebody out there wants to know, and I'm pretty sure there's people out there who want to know
Y'all be
that.
causing yourselves unnecessary stress and heartache by knowing shit that ain't got that doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, it
doesn't matter.
It could though help the relationship out. Cause check this out. What if you and I separate right now, right? Let's put it out there. Boom, we separate. You go out and get with somebody else, and boom, you come back to me, and I say, Indy, I know you were with such as I know you were with Jordan. I'm looking at some shoes right here. I know you were with Jordan right now. Now listen, when you and Jordan were together, did y'all have sex? And you say yes, right? Say that.
Yes.
I ask you, was his meat? Was he doing different things with his meat that I couldn't do?
Oh my gosh. And because I would never answer the question.
But if
I would never answer the question.
Let me tell you why I'm asking that. If he was, I need to know because I need to step my meat game up.
But if his meat game was better than yours, I probably wouldn't be coming back to you anyway.
You're crazy because it may be all he was offering is meat and a studio apartment. You don't want to live like that. I know you. You can't even fit a Pilates machine in a studio apartment. So you ain't want to live like that.
You could.
Oh my God, see, she finna lie.
Because my Pilates machine got wheels on it. You can flip it up on the wall.
All I'm saying is sometimes it's better to know than not know.
I can't think of any other circumstances to where it would be better to know than to not know.
In the event.
Because what I'm doing at this point, this is why I don't want to know. Because in the past, I have known. And you know what I did? I went to the girl's page, went to see what she was doing.
Now, see, that's insecurities right there. I'm just saying, I ain't doing all that.
And that's why you shouldn't know.
That drives you crazy. That's insecurities.
You see my original point? Do y'all see my original point?
That's going to make you insecure, though.
That was the first point that I said.
Okay, my bad.
That is why you
okay.
should not ask. You should know the answers to those questions because no matter how hard you be like, it's not going to make me insecure. That shit don't bother me, bro. It is.
I just need to know simple, like, surface level stuff. If you tell me you and Jordan was messing around, I might go look at his page one time, being a human being. No. Only one. Keep it real. Maybe only one time. After that, I'm done with this shit. Like, bro, it is what it is. You tell me now, if you tell me he was jumping off the ceiling, I need to do that a little bit more, then I'm going to try to figure out how I can jump off the ceiling.
I'm not talking to you about sex that I've had with somebody else. I'm just not.
I appreciate you. I would think you wouldn't. I mean, I would appreciate
Exactly. So if you know that I'm not going to talk about it, there's no point in you asking about it.
I'm going to roll the dice to see. I need to know. I may be crazy for not needing to know. But, no second thought. I don't want to know.
Exactly. Nobody wants to know.
I don't want to
So
know.
if you really deep down in your heart
Yeah, I
don't
don't
want to
wanna
know,
know.
you don't need to ask.
But the body count situation, that shit don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. I mean, at the tender age of 26 now, the age that we are, that just doesn't have anything to do with anything.
It doesn't.
Run this shit the hell on up out of here and just keep it the hell moving. Because at the end of the day, man, everybody's having sex with somebody. And you just gotta realize that. Your daughter, your son, your auntie, your grandma, your cousin, your mama. Your mama was having sex with your daddy. Just put it out there. There it is.
Anyways, moving on to something else. I came across this something. I saw it on Instagram.
Shit.
This lady, Masika Kalisha, posted. The question is, married couples,
That's what we are.
is it okay to have a gathering at your house when your spouse is out of town and invite guests of the opposite sex that your spouse doesn't know and you didn't inform or ask them prior to?
Yes.
It's guys.
I'm sorry.
You dead ass?
Keep going with the question. I need to hear the whole thing.
I can't even believe it just came out of your mouth. It's guys and girls. Everyone's drinking till the wee hours of the morning. So you mean to tell me that I can go out of town
Right.
and you gonna think that you finna have some bitches in here that you don't know or I don't know in our house drinking out of our shit and parlaying around my house?
What's the well? I know the difference, but I'm gonna ask you this crazy question. Just playing devil's advocate. I wouldn't do it. Absolutely not. But what's the difference between that and going out, like outside of your house, outside? Granted, you
Because
married.
it's
Let me get done.
disrespectful.
Let me get done. You married me under the thought or under the authority that you trusted me enough not to do anything crazy.
Boy.
So even if you go out, or even if I go out of town and you decide to have a house party, how many people have house parties right now? And they be like, well, shit, I got my boy B Love. He came in town. Can he pull up too? Or I got my girl, Shanna. She came in town. Can she pull up with me? Now
Very-
it's you and Shanna coming to somebody else's house.
Devil advocate these nuts.
Okay.
We're talking about a married couple here. We're not talking about a single couple here.
Okay.
Under any circumstances, should there be random people that your spouse
agree.
does
I
not
agree.
know
I agree.
in your house?
I tried
no
to
matter
play
how
devil's
much
advocate,
of
yeah.
the mixing and mingling and
Yeah.
shit is going on, under any circumstances, do I ever expect a random bitch to be in my house?
Why she got to be a
Or
B-word?
random guys, for that matter.
She got to be a B-word, man.
I need to know everybody that steps foot in my house.
What you mean you don't know everybody? You don't know everybody. We ain't gonna know how many people we
We're not
invited
gonna
over.
know everybody that this is our sanctuary. This is our house. There should not be anybody that we don't know in our house unless they're
It's a fact.
servicing us.
Whoa.
Unless we've hired them
To
to
do what?
do a service of
What
some
kind of
sort.
service?
Cleaning the house,
Oh, I got excited.
cutting the grass, a repair, the
I got
AC
excited.
man.
I got excited. Okay.
Like, what are we talking about here?
Okay.
And if that's what you want to do, then don't be married. You can have whoever you want to in your house at that point. But we're married? No.
Yeah,
We're not
no.
going to have no random friends
Okay.
or nothing like that coming over to the house.
All right.
Absolutely not.
I'm 100% on board. I was kind of giving the different example of we know friends. Let's use Alexis. I'm just using the name. We know friends that may bring other friends to the house or invite somebody else over to our house because their friend is in town. Is that frowned upon when you're not here? Let's say I'm out here. I'm saying, hey man, we're about to have a fight party. We're about to watch somebody throw some hands on TV right now. I'm inviting a couple of my guys over. They're gonna bring their wives and a significant other. You cool with that? You're out of town.
But if I'm out of town, Beard, I know you. You wouldn't
I
have
know
you
I'm
wouldn't
not
have their
saying
wives
that.
over if I'm not here.
I'm just saying I wouldn't do it, but let's keep going. If that happens, and then one of the homies' wives say, well, listen, I'm cool with going over
Quite
there.
frankly, if the wife showed up here and I wasn't here, I'd be side-eyeing her. Because I don't want to go to none of Bear's friends' houses and their wife not here. Like, he could be like, come on. And listen, Philip is my dog. Philip has been like a brother to me since I met Barry. Okay, Philip is the one person that literally knows like the entirety of our relationship.
He knows where the body
Now,
is buried.
If Bear was like,
Literally.
hey, Andy, you want to come to Philip house with me? I'm gonna be like, is Charity there? No, she not there. She out of town. I'm good. You go have your guy time.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
Like,
But at the end of the day, I don't still see anything wrong with it. And that's what the question, we're talking about the question. Is something wrong with it?
But
India, let me get back to it.
You can't give that example.
I can't get my words
You
out
can't
either.
give the example with people you know. The original question is people that you don't know.
People I don't know yet, you can't come over.
Like, you keep trying to spin it.
Hey,
The original question is talking about
You
people
can't
that you do
come
not know
over.
being in your house.
Now, if you're single, man, you invite everybody up, man. You have a good time. At that point, you're having a set. That's what a set is.
You're having a set.
That's what a set is, right? We're having a set. But when you're married, I don't think you can have sets anymore. Can you?
Unless it's a joint set.
But if it's not a joint set 'cause you ain't here.
No. So then no.
That's a house party.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I didn't even notice. I'm learning something new every day. I am. What you want me to say?
This is common sense. Like if y'all thinking that it's okay to do that again, you don't need to be married, bro. Like it's so simple to me. People be overcomplicated everything. It's so simple to me.
If you do it, cut off the Ring doorbell, turn the alarm off, and then get to it. Make sure you clean up.
So now you being sneaky again. You don't need to be with that nigga.
Have you ever caught somebody doing something? Have you ever walked in on somebody like the song said? It wasn't me. Have you ever walked in and be like,
no.
Okay, what would you do if that happened?
Oh, come on, Bear. You know me.
I don't know. What would you do?
Well, actually, me in my current age, I would just leave and just end the relationship. Old me.
I just need to know. I just needed to know.
It's one of those situations where anger like boils up in your spirit.
Yeah.
And you have like no control over your body.
Yeah.
And what's happening next. And you red in the face, your ears are hot. But I'm not that person no more. Like I said, if I were to walk in on you doing something, like I said, I would close the door, walk out, and we're getting a divorce.
I'm gonna double down on something real fast. I'm gonna go back to the last topic. I gotta go. I got one more thing to say. We talked about going to New York.
Actually, no, I'm gonna embarrass you first. But I'm not gonna like break anything or like
do?
try
How
to
you
fight
gonna embarrass me? You gonna try to like
or anything like that. I'm definitely gonna like open the door and make my presence be known.
I can't
so that you know that you're caught.
You stroking like that. Say something like that.
No. Absolutely not.
What are you doing on top of her with that type of a side stroke? You wouldn't do that?
No. Absolutely
not. Don't even think about it.
If anything, I'm putting you out of the house. Actually, the girl is gonna leave out of the house with no clothes on because I'm taking them. She's gonna be walking to her car butt naked, and then you.
Forget all that. I got a question. She about to keep going. Just forget all that. What I'm about to ask now, listen. We talked about flying out to New York, right? Mm-hmm. You fly out to New York to meet one of your homegirls. Y'all, she got invited to a house party. Mm-hmm. You are the plus one. Mm-hmm. The guy's her best friend of the relationship. The wife is going out of town on a business trip. At that point, you're not going to go?
Wait, what?
You flew to New York. Yeah. To hang out. Matter of fact, let's put it in perspective. You flew to Houston to see Ophelia. Mm-hmm. You get to Houston. One of Ophelia's homeboys, who is now married, says, hey, y'all all come over to the house. We drinking. We having a party tonight. Pull up. It's going to be live. My wife ain't here, but it's cool. Well, she already know we're going to have this party. So you're not going?
I refuse to believe that he would announce that his wife wasn't there.
Stop moving the goalposts. Are you going?
I'm not moving the goalposts because you keep giving unrealistic scenarios.
What? All right, well, let's
You
back
keep
up then.
giving unrealistic scenarios. Why would a man call and be like, "Hey, I'm having a house party. My wife not here. Pull up." What the fuck? No,
all right,
I'm not. If you announcing it, no, I'm not coming.
Okay, well, in that case, then, hey, y'all pull up over to the crib. We having a house party. Y'all pull up. You going, right?
Yeah, because I'm with Ophelia. I don't know this man.
You get there, right? She's not there. His wife, significant other. What you doing? You calling the Uber? You taking the Uber back? You gonna kick in the party? You hitting the
I'm
weed?
with
in the field,
Ophelia, and
don't
I
matter.
don't know. I don't know
It's the
anybody.
same. So this the same.
It's not the same because we're talking about what we're doing in our house. We're
Okay.
not doing that in the Newsom house. We ain't doing that here.
We might do it. Shit, I might go out back.
I have no control what other people do at their house. At this house, it's not happening.
Without a respect, though, because you are respectable.
I am a respectable woman, and since I'm so respectable, I'm not gonna talk to the husband. Hey, how you doing? Me and Ophelia finna go take shots and smoke a little bit.
That's it.
That's it.
I had to change. I've been sitting there thinking how I can rephrase that whole story to get her to see it differently. And
I didn't see it differently.
Yes, you did on the low.
You just gave another bad example. That's
On
all.
the low, you saw it a little bit different. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to my relationship because I ain't gonna hold a relationship. I'm not gonna hold the show up too long. Let me hit the button. I got the keys. This week, B Love's relationship is brought to you by the smooth taste of tropical Red Bull. I had one this weekend. I ain't had one in a long time, but I had one this weekend. So my voice is
Don't
going
nobody
right now.
care about that beer.
Crazy as hell. My relationship is really quick and really simple. At one point, can I say this out loud? Why did you get mad? I'm
I
saying
don't
it
know
out
what you're
loud.
about to say.
At one point, India says, "Hey, stop saying you need more sex and just get more sex. If you want some sex, you know how you can get more sex." And I'm like, am I saying it wrong? Do I need to kind of finesse it and say it in a better way? So my relationship is simply this, real fast. How to talk to your partner about having more sex. Number one, you got to have an open dialogue and don't blame the other person on not having enough sex. It's the first thing. Sometimes we start blaming each other. Man, you ain't coming and you ain't putting out. And you ain't putting in. Vice versa, but you got to talk about it. Approach number two. Approach the situation as a team. And I'm with that. Figure out the reason why y'all are not having sex and figure out a way and make a plan on how to have more sex. We talked about this in therapy. Can I say that out loud, sir?
I don't care.
I said, man, you need to start coming to bed sooner. Because listen, this would be ready to rock and roll at 9 o'clock. You come to bed after 9, I ain't getting no vagina. So with that being said, she had to start coming to bed a little bit early. Number 3, consider what can be improved on for your partner to make the sex more enjoyable. I thought the sex was great already. You know what I mean? What else could I improve on? And she laughing. And she ain't telling me what else. Can I improve on something?
Did you ask?
I'm asking right now out loud. Oh. We're going to skip that part. I don't see that part. I be putting in work. Even after she like pushing my head back, I still get straight to it. I'm gonna give y'all one more. Last but not least, I got a funny story to tell. Then we're gonna end the pod. Last but not least, learn about your partner's sexual experiences and explore their desires. Now, let me kind of break that down. This is a serious one a little bit. When I say sexual experiences, she doesn't like to be hugged. I don't even know why. She's in therapy right now trying to figure out why she doesn't like to be hugged. Maybe It had something to do with some sex that she had. Like it was too rough and the guy was hugging her or something in the past and it wasn't what you wanted. Seriously. Like I don't know.
That's
So
not it, but
you need
guess.
to, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
not it though.
But you need to figure out why you don't like to be hugged, or in sex, figure out like maybe another problem. Like being serious, she may have been sexually assaulted, and it may trigger some things in her. And she's like, I just ain't with it. You know what I mean? So come together, figure it out. Now that was my relationship. Switching gears completely. The other day, I was knee deep in that thing head first, getting loose. All of a sudden, the door flies open. I want my dad, bro. And I shout to my guy D and my homegirl Tony. I don't know if y'all ever seen Alex Mack, The Diaries of Alex Mack. I literally turned into a blob and slid from underneath the cover so smooth and laid on the floor. Blake walked on in, came around the corner. Why are you laying on the floor, Dad? I'm like, oh shit, bro. Oh, my leg was hurt. I told him something crazy, like I hurt my leg or something. Okay. And he just kept moving. So hey, it happened. He walked in and I was face and waist deep.
But he was under the cover, so he didn't see anything.
It was hot under the cover too. I was sweating and everything. But anyway, my relationship, man. That's my relationship. You ready? You got something? Let's get it in. WWID. What would India do? Kick it. You be having the longest stories. Jesus Christmas.
I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, there it is. Well, what's happening? I have been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 2 years. We just bought a house and moved in together with my 2 children at the end of March.
Shout out.
Over the past 2 months, he has been really weird with his phone in ways he wasn't before. Not letting me pick it up, always laying it face down. And whenever he has been on it, he always makes sure he's leaning just right so I can't see. So this morning he got up to take a shower and I grabbed his phone. I found he has reactivated his Tinder profile and is sending dick pics to women and trying to meet up with them. The most recent was a week before he moved into our new house. He's also talking to women on WhatsApp doing the same thing. He has me so insecure right now. Not to toot my own horn, but I am a very attractive woman, and these women he's speaking to look like cracked out meth heads, which is doing horrible things to my already low self-esteem. Like I am not good enough for you. Obviously, I am not okay with this. The worst part is that I've been having some medical issues recently that revolve around my fertility, and we have been discussing having a baby and marriage before I have to get my remaining ovary removed. I want to confront him about it and have no issue bringing up that I snooped through his phone, but I'm not entirely sure how to handle it. Do I even bring it up or just rent a U-Haul and move myself and kids back to my parents' house until I can find a new place and leave him a fuck you note? I know you are doing these things, and leave.
Girl.
Why did you buy a house? Whatever. I'd probably leave.
Ain't no problem. You out the door, cuz.
Yeah, I'm out the door because my kids are involved in this now.
Yeah.
We live together. We just bought a house. And you feel it necessary. First of all, dick pics, gross. Any nigga that's sending dick pics, like, disgusting.
Some women like to see a penis.
Nobody likes to see a penis. Nobody likes a surprising dick pic.
How you not?
I actually don't want you. I mean, like,
They might be asking for it on Tinder. I don't know what they do on Tinder. I never had one, but they might be asking for it. Like, hey, send me that thing.
so he's sending dick pics on Tinder and WhatsApp, which, does that not sound like a lot to you?
I mean, I don't got nothing to do with this. I ain't sending no meats. Well, the only thing I send on WhatsApp is when I'm trying to get a translation from, and this is not being funny, from an Asian person trying to buy something from overseas. Like I was trying to buy that Pedal Tavern at one time.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just, it ain't worth the stress, man. Like, y'all not even married. What's keeping you there?
Yeah, I don't think it's good for your mental health, your kids' health, none of that. I think you need to get your shit and leave him alone. Pack your bags, get the hell, go back to your mama's house. There's no attachments there for you to be putting up with somebody sending meat all over the internet.
Yeah, I don't have much to say on this one because it's just like I'd almost rather you just go have sex with somebody than to
Now-
sit there and send dick pics. Like, it makes me feel like you're a weirdo now. You
Now,
gotta go.
I will say this though. She did mention the self-esteem. If you know you look better than those cracked out girls, why you worry about them? Like, it's his loss at that point. You know what I mean? You said you are attractive, and I believe you. Like, I ain't got no reason not to believe you, what you saying. So why you worry about the crackhead from down the street, man? Let that lady live. You know what I mean? You keep on doing your thing, queen, you keep shining on him. He might be missing out, or he just might not know what he got in front of him. You feel me?
Listen, leave.
There
That's
it
it.
is. There it is. India. Tell the people where they can find you.
India.Marie on Instagram.
You can find me at BLove1911 on all social platforms. Forgive me for being sleepy. I promise next week I'll be back. I'll be better. Also follow us on Instagram at She and I Podcast. And go ahead, head on over to YouTube, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tune on in. It's gonna get better and better every damn Tuesday when we pull up on you. But yeah.
That's it. That's all we got, y'all.
In the meantime, in between time, it's been real. It's been fun. I out.